Hi everyone, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, it's What Makes This Song Great, episode 45. The artists are the Chainsmokers and the song is Closer. Coming up next. The Chainsmokers are an American DJ and production duo featuring Alex Paul and Andrew Taggart. Closer was released on July 29, 2016, and features Taggart and female vocalist Halsey on lead vocals. Let's check out the intro of the song. The song is only three chords: D flat major, E flat major, and F minor. It's actually in F minor. And because it's in F minor, it has a kind of a dark, melancholy feel. There's a really fascinating thing about the song. In the melody, there are no half steps. It's all pentatonic. It's all F minor pentatonic. No half steps at all. So it's got the notes F, A flat, B flat, C, E flat. All the half steps are actually in the rhythm tracks. This is where the tension is. The tension actually happens in the chord progression between the E flat chord and the F minor. So since we have the three chords that are stated right here in the beginning with the piano part, we have it's actually D flat major with the add 9 on the top, then to E flat major, then F minor 7, okay, because that E flat is on the top of that chord. So that's the piano introduction. Against that, we have this other part, this pad that goes like this. Listen. The pad gives us a time feel and also gives us the groove because of the upbeat accents in it. Right here, listen. Right there. And then this filter sweep. That swell sucks you into the verse.
I was doing just fine before
So the drums and the keyboard brass / bass pad enter. This is actually where the harmonic dissonances happen, are in this part. This. So you hear those little dissonances in there. The rub between the third and the fourth and the second chord. So the first chord is D flat add 9, like the intro. But then we have this chord which has the E flat major triad with the sus4. So you have the half step there, A flat and the sixth on the top. And then it goes back to F minor 7, like we have in the intro. And then there's a little bit of dissonance here where it does the E flat major and has the sus4. And then back to D flat add 9. Listen again. Right there. So right there, that's on when it goes da 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 on the E flat chord. You hear that. You're hearing that suspension and the third right next to each other, that half step rub. That's what gives it its harmonic tension. Since the vocal has no half steps in it, the interest comes in the background instruments. That's where the dissonances are. Let's talk about the drum beat. We have do da, do da, do da, do da, down, up, down. The second half of the verse brings in the hand claps, which are panned to the side. Listen. The vocals are where all the rhythmic action happens in the verse. Listen.
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but
all those upbeat 16th note accents. Let's listen to just the vocals and the drums.
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay.
Let's take a look at the melody. In bar 5 here, or the second bar on the page here, you'll see where it says, before I met you. you'll see that the I comes on an upbeat. So that it's on an upbeat 16th note. Also, U comes on an upbeat 16th note. This is what creates what I call rhythmic dissonance. This is really something that's from hip hop. You don't really hear this as much. If you listen to Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, I listened to a lot of music from the 70s and 80s to see if I could find a parallel with this. But this is really out of hip hop music, that you have a lot of 16th note upbeat accents on lyrics. This is what creates the groove of the melody. Also, when he says in the next bar, an issue, he comes in on that upbeat 16th note, as you can see here. And then he says, but I'm okay. The end of okay ends on an upbeat. So those upbeats there, that rhythmic dissonance, are what gives the song interest, especially when the melody is only using those notes of the pentatonic scale. The other thing that creates interest in the verse is the chord progression. Now, it's only 3 chords. It's in F minor. So D flat major is the 6th chord, or the flat 6. Then the flat 7 is E flat major, and then F minor is the 1 chord. So it's a 6, 7, 1 in F minor. But the half steps that happen are inherent to the chord progression. So you have this D flat, add 9, right? And then you have E flat major, and then F minor. So that half step is right there between the G and A flat, the third of the E flat chord to the third of the F minor chord. You hear that little line, da 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 da, that happens on the E flat major chord. That just grabs your ear. Halfway through the verse, we have the introduction again. This part, that's the pad that happens in the intro that comes back in right here. A little bit different. And then it goes into the pre-chorus part. There's also filter sweep that happens right here along with it, this part. The filter sweep stops just before the pre-chorus comes in. Then the drums have the little crash and hat part that enters in the pre-chorus. And this little counter melody here, listen to it in context.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car. And 4 years no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar. And
I is actually an A flat add 9 chord over D flat. So it gives you a D flat major 7 sound. But the harmony parts are what really make it cool and grab your ear. Listen, here it is.
I can't stop.
Beautiful.
No, I can't stop. So
it's those little things that make me really like this song, even though it's very simple. It's only 3 chords, but those things, those little moments like that make the song happen to me. During the pre-chorus hook part, we have 2 different elements. This and the intro chords with the filter sweep into the chorus right here. Strings. The vocals in the chorus.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder.
Is simply 3 voices. You have the main voice, and you have the low octave, then you have the high octave, which sounds like it's Halsey singing, and it's very auto-tuned, so it sounds like a keyboard. Against that, you have the string part. This is really the only other element.
So baby, pull me closer.
That drone A flat that happens. So on the D flat chord, it's cool, but there it is. It creates a sus4 on the E flat chord, and then it's the third F minor. So that really, when it hits that E flat chord, the second chord, it really gives it the mood. Right right here.
I know you can't afford. Bite that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older.
Right there in the last time through, we have the harmony part in there as a third up.
From your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older.
Right, da 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 da. The next thing that happens here that leads us into the interlude section.
From your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older.
So we have a couple of things. We have this drum fill. So that snare fill, once again, that creates rhythmic dissonance because we have a very straight eighth note vocal melody here. Da, 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 da. But the snare drum that enters comes in with all these upbeat accents. Listen.
So from your roommate back in Boulder, we ain't ever getting older.
Another cool thing about the interlude section here, where it goes to this part, is that it actually goes around 2 times. And then you never hear stuff like this, where you actually have an interlude section before the second verse that goes around a long time. This is another cool thing about this song, and I really love it that the Chainsmokers do things like this. The song is 4 minutes and 5 seconds. I can't remember the last time that there was a 4-minute song that was a massive hit like this. It's very rare to have songs over 4 minutes. I think it's 4 minutes and 5 seconds long. You come out of the interlude here.
Look as good as the day I met you.
And then we're to Halsey's vocal part. Let's solo that and listen to it.
You look as good as the day I met you. I forget just why I left you. I was insane. Stay and play that Blink 182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. Okay.
I love the delay that they have on there. There's one of the delays that's louder than the others. Listen.
Stay.
On that stay, how that one's louder than the other echoes. We have a very straight chorus. Then you have this interlude. Then we're on to the second verse with Halsey's vocal. Let's listen more.
Stay and play that Blink 182 song that we beat to death in Tucson. Okay.
Hear that filter.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car. And boy, it's no car. And I'm looking pretty in a hotel bar.
Incredibly great singing. Listen to this solo here.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car. And
I know it's really auto-tuned, but it sounds killer. Here it is with the drums. Listen where it is in the pocket.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car. And boy, it's no car. And I'm looking pretty in a hotel bar. And I can't stop.
I love it.
No, I can't stop.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover.
And this chorus, they have her vocal way higher.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford.
A fuller string pad here, right? And then we're back to the interlude section, right? I love this, that the groove here is it's a programmed groove, but it actually has great feel. I think it's because of the way that the hand claps are panned. I think it really makes the song move. And then we're to the breakdown. You hear the drone? That's sus4 on the... Those drones make the melody happen. And then... proper drum. Really long build. And then again. So you have all this stuff happening here. This great crescendo. You have the drums. With a filter on it. Keeps opening. Getting brighter with a little snare fill. And then rhythmic dissonance. You also have this part against it. Faster. High strings. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel if you're interested in being a member of the Beato Club. Sign up on my website. Thanks for watching.